Recording. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of TEEP Talk
After Dark.
And as you can see, we're in the dark.
Kinda.
Darkness
Why?
befalls us. But another thing that befalls us in today's time, Paramount Pictures. Paramount Pictures has now acquired rights to the UFC, and that will be starting in 2026. It was a $7 billion deal. The worth of the entire company of Paramount, $6.6 billion.
Wow.
Yeah. What does that mean for us? We're still going to illegally stream it. What do you think about that? The doing away with the pay-per-views.
You see this? This right here. This is the bicep.
Bicep.
What I think, I don't care, honestly, about much of the Paramount and what they're doing with stuff, you know? Stop messing with it.
Well, we got a light up here, and we tied it to a string, and we put it in on the ceiling.
It's because we're poor.
Because we're poor.
But it's okay. Every video you have seen with us After Dark, we always try something new. If this doesn't work, we'll have something else.
Yeah. Who's watching anyway?
You know what? You know what you should do? Oh, you need to think about purchasing like this LED lights to stick to the walls, and then turn that shit on.
We're gonna plug them out. I ain't got a plug.
I don't know. Just plug it. We'll plug it. Get an extension cord, plug it in there, and then just stick them to the wall right here.
I could drill a hole. We're getting into
You
a
have to
construction conversation here. These people don't care about my vehicle, my house.
This is a vehicle. We are doing this right now inside of a camper.
So I think that
that would be cool, wouldn't it?
What?
Can you just imagine? We just save up money.
Just have a camper.
Just get like just an RV or something like that, Winnebago, and just live in that.
Winnebago want a bagel.
And you know what we have to pay for? Just gas and stuff that happens to the vehicle.
Let's do it. Let's move into a Winnebago.
No.
Why not?
I can't.
You wouldn't be my Winnebago buddy?
Maybe one day.
Roommate? Right after the divorce, we're doing it.
I'm not getting any divorce.
Okay, so anyways, will that affect fighter pay? Because you know this pay-per-view points has been a thing for such a long time. Forever.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Will it rise for fighter pay?
Well, there's never been a year that has went by that fighter pay hasn't increased.
I feel this will increase it more.
Wow.
It's a lot of money.
It's only $7 billion.
You know what? While you're talking on that, look up something.
Look up how much the UFC makes from its pay-per-views.
That's these video just uploaded.
Huh.
Do what?
How much does the UFC make from its pay-per-views? He has a better cell phone than me.
I do.
Somehow.
Yeah, because
I pay good money for an Apple iPhone.
In 2023, so the revenue of the UFC from pay-per-view events has fluctuated, but in 2023, the UFC generated over $1 billion in revenue. With media rights. However, the UFC recently announced a landmark of the $7.7 billion deal with Paramount. Just look at that.
And we all thought it was going to be Netflix too.
Yeah, because they were talking about that.
Everybody said it'd be Netflix, but it wasn't. It was Paramount. Do you think that Paramount will change anything about the UFC or influence them to change anything?
I'm not sure with that one.
That would suck. That would suck ass. That's something that I don't want. You know, we need Dana White on the phone right now.
It's his guy. That's one of the founders of Paramount.
Okay, let's see who.
You want to know something interesting?
He was Jewish. The founder of Paramount was Jewish. He was a Jewish man. Let's see who owns it now. Let's see who. You've done started it, bro. You've done started it. Who owns Paramount today?
Hold on. I gotta keep going here.
I am.
The second founder.
We are
the second
Herbert
founder.
Moon.
The second founder.
Yes. Let's see. Jesse L. Lasky.
Hold on. We're not done yet.
Also, another name to look out for if you're, a noticer is Mann. Mann. That's a new one that's become around. Let's see.
What's the last one?
We're going down the rabbit hole. They can't cancel us. We're not popular yet. So let's go. The government has taken charge on my cell phone to make it harder to Google things because I keep, seeing Jews. Own conglomerate that owns Paramount. So most companies have a conglomerate that owns them, like the fact that Pepsi is owned by the same conglomerate that also owns Coca-Cola, also owns KFC, also owns all that stuff. They're little companies that are owned by a big company, even if they compete against each other. Right? Skydance Corporation, following it, Paramount Global, formerly known as Viacom CBS, is now part of Paramount, a Skydance Corporation. Following its merger with Skydance Media, the merger was finalized on August 7th, 2025. The new entity is a standalone global media and entertainment company. With Skydance Media, David Ellison as chairman and CEO. Let's go to David Ellison. Yes, Sherry Redstone is Jewish. And who is she?
She is the chairwoman of the Paramount Global.
The chairwoman of Paramount Global. Let's look up David Ellison. David Ellison, CEO of Skydance Media. And we're not being anti-Semitic.
No. We're just talking about...
We are just shining light on people's prospective religions.
Yeah.
And telling you what they are so that you know.
Yeah, that's basically, yeah. Technically, that's what we're doing.
Religion. Right? All. David Ellison's religious background is rooted in Reform Judaism. As he was raised in a home where his adoptive parents regularly attended the synagogue. Would you like to know what Revelations...
Would they like to know?
17:23, I believe it is.
Would they like to know? Don't say something from the scripture if you don't know. What'd you say, Revelation?
Look up Synagogue of Satan verse.
How you spell synagogue?
Synagogue. Call Nick Fuentes right now.
S-Y-N what?
Synagogue.
Yeah.
Agogue.
Revelation 2:9 and 3:9.
Revelation 2:9. What's that say?
Revelation 2:9 says, I know your works, your tribulation, and your poverty, yet you are rich. I know the slander of those who say that they are Jews and are not, but are synagogue of Satan.
Synagogue.
3:9 says, Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
There is no mention of the Star of David in the Bible. We will be kicked off of YouTube for posting this video.
Just to give a little bit of a backstory.
But we must support Israel.
Revelation 2:9 speaks to the church in Smyrna, acknowledging their trials and poverty while emphasizing their spiritual wealth. It also condemns those who falsely claim to be Jews but are actually part of the synagogue of Satan, persecuting the truth believers. Wow, 3:9. I always like to look up what it means. States in the gospel books it is written that many people are pushing into advance of the kingdom, trying to prevent its growth after the son with iron rod, Jesus, is caught up by God into heaven. Satan or the dragon declares war against God's children.
We say that to say this. As he was raised in a home where his adopted parents regularly attended the synagogue, however, he has been described as a religious skeptic. His father, Larry Ellison, is also known for his Jewish background and his philanthropy, while David Ellison's father founded the David Ellison Charitable Trust, which has a focus of his life after a stroke, and it's not explicitly stated that David Ellison himself is actively religious. Now, let's look at something else. Paramount. APAC donations. Paramount Global PAC contributors to federal candidates. Paramount Corporation organization profile contributes in the 2024 cycle 15 lobbyists outside spending. AOL.com. USA Today. Political donations, which you can't trust USA Today. However, how much did the media owners donate? USA Today, opinion on the newsletter, donors and Democrats. I'm not getting anywhere with this, and you people want to hear me talking. So, anyways, what I'm saying is the same people who own the people that own the UFC own Paramount. And what I predict in the future is the possibility of more political pushing from the UFC for things. And there's a possibility that there could be UFC fighters that may be paid to go on podcasts and speak about political issues that may be different than what a lot of Americans are waking up and seeing today. And a lot of people don't really see things in the light that we see them or the light that a lot of young people are seeing. And it will influence them to say, oh, well, Alex Pereira is speaking English now and he's supporting this? Well, I need to as well. Or Sean Strickland is supporting this now? Well, maybe he's right. I always like Sean Strickland. It is a foreign. No, it is something owned by people who have allegiance to a foreign country. And religiously, a lot of people believe that no matter what, they have to be supported, when in reality, there is no religious, there is no Christian doctrine, or there's nothing there's a Christian doctrine that says that it should be supported, but there's nothing in the Bible that says specifically that a country should be supported that didn't exist in those times.
Mm-hmm.
I say that to say this. The UFC, just like Donald Trump and all of our politicians except for Tim, has been, in fact, compromised. We've been compromised. We got to start going straight to ONE FC. ONE FC is going to be the new cool thing. We got to shift to that from the UFC. UFC is not cool anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a satirical video. Satire. And we are pretending to be people who believe crazy things that people talk about on the internet. And we are making fun of that.
Yeah.
So, and we're letting you know so that the ADL doesn't send a
we're just letting you know,
team to my door or something.
This is basically just, again, it's after dark.
Yeah, it's after dark.
We have our truths. You can tell when we have our truth moments. But we are just letting you know that we are just making fun of stuff.
And there is a theory, and I forget what it is, but the godfather of propaganda, right, is the uncle of the person who owns Netflix. Right? How did Netflix not get it?
What?
Of the people that own Netflix, don't quote me on this, but I'm just saying things that I remember from the Alex Jones show. The people that own Netflix also, they're related to who's that? Who's the homosexual psychologist guy?
Mm-hmm.
Freud, Sigmund Freud.
Mm.
Sigmund Freud, who was also of a specific religion. Sigmund Freud corrupted psychology and made a base for the study of psychology that has corrupted it to such a way that people do odd things. Right? There was some things he was right about, but a lot of the stuff that he studied and stuff was weird. Like there was like this, he had some kind of like monkey torture study one time. He had this theory that everybody wants to like bang their mom. Yeah, like he was a weirdo. Like everything for some reason to him went right back to banging your mom. It was weird.
I'll bang somebody else's mom.
Yeah, that's different. But no, like banging their own mom. Yeah, you wouldn't bang your own mom.
Disgusting.
But that like somehow he would equate a lot of things to that. He was a weirdo. He was a freaking weirdo. But yeah, related to him are the people that own Netflix. And there's like a conglomerate of people who had a lot of hands in some things, right? That just twisted stuff, and they were over the propaganda. They also learned a whole lot of propaganda from Russia. Russia was really good at propaganda in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. And they had intelligence agencies over in Russia, and they brought them back and gave them to the CIA, and they basically pushed, their new propaganda tactics on us, which brought out the Cold War. Back in the good old days, do you remember when you were in school and you had to get under the desk, right?
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh well, back in the day it was like, hey, there's going to be a nuclear bomb threat, and blah blah blah. We got to practice for what we're going to do at a nuclear bomb. What's getting under the desk gonna do? Make you die in an uncomfortable position? I'm not getting under a freaking desk for nobody.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving. Well, I remember when I was in the 10th grade, I had a sociology teacher. No, I was in the 11th grade. I had a sociology teacher. It might have been, I don't know, but one of the grades. I had a sociology teacher. I walked in. I was sitting there. It was the first day of school, and he told us all about what to do in a school shooter situation. And he said, hey, something like that happens. Because how every first day, the first class has to go over that or whatever, and everybody has to go over those like things.
Yeah.
I looked at this, the teacher said, we hide under our desks and we moved to the back of the room and blah, blah, blah. I said, hey, I hate to tell you this. There's a window right there. He said, yep. And I was like, you can't stop me from going through that window. And he goes, fair enough. I wouldn't. Why would I? I was like, I'm going through the window. I don't know who's going to follow me, but I'm going through the window. I'm not getting shot
So there's a
at
window, right?
school.
Here's a good question. What if there was a sniper? Is that whole under the desk thing gonna work?
What are the odds of there being a sniper? What would you rather take your chances
I'm
running?
asking a question.
If there's a sniper, maybe he'll shoot me, but there's probably not. I would
No.
rather
I
be
meant like
shot by a sniper.
going over your what you're talking about, the
Hmm.
teacher thing.
Hmm.
Do you think if someone said there's a sniper on the loose, so let's practice going under the table? It's like, but he's a sniper. He's gonna go out that way and look through the window, and then won't he just see us run all the way to the back? Or do we close the curtains to make sure he doesn't shoot us?
I'm talking about like if there was a shooter in the school.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just asking you a different question.
Um,
What do you think about teachers owning guns?
I think they should own guns.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. The pedophiles that are in the
Not
school
not
now, do you think they should own guns?
not the pedo fags.
But how do you
what I mean?
know?
Like,
How do you know, right?
no, you don't know.
You don't. They could.
The teachers that have a like a pride flag in their class, I don't think they should be teachers. Yeah, people like that shouldn't be teaching children. People that bring anything up that has anything to do with sexuality or
Isn't that a moral value, right?
It's yes, and it's also
Yeah,
common
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah. People who have an affinity to push a child into a specific political belief.
Parents
Yeah.
are the ones to teach their kids stuff.
Yeah.
That is not like that topic was that was brought up a couple years ago.
Yeah, teachers are there to teach you reading, writing, and arithmetic.
They're there to teach you fake
Also,
shit.
history.
It's fake.
It should not be written in schools. Let me tell you something about history books, ladies and gentlemen. And this is something you're only going to get here on the TEEP Talk show when it comes to, a show that is adjacent to MMA, right? Well, you might hear it on Joe Rogan, but listen.
Yeah.
When you were in school, when you were in public school, you remember this. Who was the publisher of the school books?
Mm-hmm.
Of the books that you read in school, your textbooks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember it said on it Maxwell? Do you remember that?
It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm. Maxwell was the last name of the publisher. I can't remember the name, but I can look it up. Okay, let's see. Maxwell textbooks. Robert Maxwell, a British publisher, was involved in a joint venture with McGraw-Hill. You do remember McGraw-Hill. In 1989, which combined their elementary, secondary, and vocational education publishing businesses. This venture created Macmillan and McGraw-Hill School Publishing Company, beginning the second largest textbook publisher in the U.S. at the time. While Maxwell had a significant role in the educational publishing landscape, he is not currently associated with McGraw-Hill. A USA Today fact check confirms that McGraw-Hill is now solely owned by McGraw-Hill, and there is no current Maxwell family involvement. McGraw-Hill is a prominent educational publishing company that is content related to Jewish studies and culture, including resources for Jewish American Heritage Month. They're also published textbooks that touch upon the history of Israel and Palestine, which have been subject to controversy. Now, I told you about the McGraw-Hill and the Robert Maxwell conjoining of the textbooks. Would you like to know who Robert Maxwell's daughter is? Ghislaine Maxwell.
Who's that?
Ghislaine Maxwell was the girl who Jeffrey Epstein was with that would bring in the girls.
Ah.
Yeah, that Maxwell. That's her daddy. But no. What am I saying, Russ? These textbooks are telling us the truth. Do you know the truth of the Civil War, Russell?
Nope.
The Civil War was fought over what?
I don't remember.
Taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The North was taxing everyone to death, and the South said, "Hey, we're not going to have this anymore. We're going to make our own stuff, and we're going to be our own country. We don't want to pay your stupid taxes anymore." And they seceded, and they went to war. And in an effort to win over the people, right? In an effort to win over the people, um, Abraham Lincoln decided to free the slaves because that was something that people had talked
Well, he
about for a
wasn't the
very long
last
time.
person to do it.
Yeah. Um, he decided, hey, I gotta get more people behind me. I want to free these slaves. We gotta free the slaves for publicity. Robert E. Lee was actually the first person to decide that, freeing the slaves. Now, freeing the slaves was like a big deal in the Civil War, yes, right? But it was not started over slavery. It was started over taxes. But when you go to history class in school, they're going to tell you what? Look, Google it right now because Google is owned by those type of people. Google, what was the Civil War fought over? It's going to tell you slavery. I guarantee it. Both sides had slaves.
The primary and fundamental cause of the American Civil War was the issue of slavery,
See?
while other factors like states' rights and economic differences played a role.
Yep.
The core conflict stemmed from the fundamental disagreement over the institution of slavery and its expansion into the newly forming territories, the southern states. Yep. Ooh, from the Union. Primarily to protect, yeah.
Also, General Robert E. Lee.
So political control, economic differences, state rights, and slavery. That's pretty much all it was.
General Robert E. Lee was supposed to be the general in the Union. Abraham Lincoln called him and said, "Hey, I would like you to lead the army here." And he said, "I'll think about it." The next day, he got an offer to be a general in the southern states, and he said, "I have to protect my homeland before anything else." Yep. Do you know that? Mm-hmm.
If I did, I would forgot.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bad memory.
They don't teach you that in history class.
You know what's sad is I don't remember any of that in history class.
History class also teaches a lot of history that is.
What do they teach? Like, I think they would teach about like what Christopher Columbus or some crap.
Back in 1962, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
And they would teach about stuff like that.
Was it 1962?
I know, but
I do remember that. I remember in school we were made to watch Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever see that movie?
No, but I was never made to watch that.
Yeah. We watched that in school.
You know what I watched? Osmosis Jones in school.
Osmosis Jones was one of the best movies ever produced. Chris Rock and Bill Murray. Chris Rock was inside of Bill Murray.
Yeah. As a germ.
As a germ.
A white
No, he wasn't
cell.
a germ.
He was a white blood cell.
Is that qualified as a germ?
I don't know. He's whatever he is.
He's
a cell.
I never thought germs were even real.
Looking at a white blood cell here.
I never thought germs were real. I always thought they were made up. Never seen one.
Yeah, cuties.
I've never seen a germ. You ever seen a germ before? Because I haven't.
Let's look up germ. You know what germ is? What's germ definition?
What's the definition of a germ?
Germ.
Google is one of the coolest things in the world.
A microorganism, especially one which causes disease.
Okay.
So see, but you can't see a germ without looking through a microscope.
Okay. Let's see what a germ looks like. Okay. Here's a germ. We ready?
That one right there.
They're green.
Why'd you do that?
What?
It was the other one. Go back. That right there.
Here's what germs look like under a microscope. They are real living organisms. Right there. That is a germ. These are the germs that are on your hands whenever you wash them.
Look, some are happy.
They're happy because they're making you dirty.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Actually. This is germs. That is the germs found in boogers.
It looks like a green dandelion.
It's so cool.
Looks like a pill.
It does. And there's another germ.
It's me.
Oh, yeah. What
Yeah, I
else
think
is there to
there's a
speak
mouse
of
in it.
here?
What other things?
What else is there to speak of here? Alex Pereira is starring as the villain in a new movie. He's acting in it as we speak. He's filming it. Yeah. What does that mean?
UFC fighters that act is just, it's not the best.
Yeah, once they start acting, their career.
It's not the best. Like, there's a lot of, okay, UFC fighters.
Mhm.
George St. Pierre, Never Surrender. He also acted in a Winter Soldier, I think, with Captain America. And
The Cage.
Yep, and also Kickboxer, the newer ones. I think he was in the
newer Kickboxer.
Yeah, it's Jean-Claude Van Damme is a coach in it. But like, there's St. Pierre, right? Anderson Silva, Cain Velasquez. I mean,
Velasquez.
Randy Couture, Expendables,
yep.
Goldberg. Well, no, Goldberg's a WWE wrestler.
Yeah, that's WWE, bro.
But he likes MMA.
Yeah.
But anyway, who else is there?
I don't like Goldberg.
John Jones.
Is he active? Yes, he is. He was in the Cage. Yep.
Yeah, just for a short little clip. And Chuck Liddell.
Yep. He acted after the UFC though.
Yeah, but he was like a short clip film. Like
Cowboy Cerrone.
He was just kind of in there.
Yeah.
And guess what? Wasn't that good?
Cowboy Cerrone.
Bob Sapp. Bob Sapp was actually good though.
Boss Rutan.
Now he was good. I liked him in Here Comes the Boom. Yeah.
He was in I Think You Should Leave. He was in that. He played an infomercial guy for balding. For he had an infomercial where
Boss Rutan was in GTA 4. I think. Yeah.
Really?
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
There was a dude on there. Well, I'm showing him this real quick because he's got a. Yeah. Look at this.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Baz Rutan.
Yeah, I would like when I watched television in GTA 4, it would pop up, and I'm like, wow, and I just never knew until later on.
The men's room. They're in a bathroom.
Is it a bathroom or a locker room?
A locker room. No.
Either
way. Yeah, probably a locker room.
Lock bathroom.
Another one that you failed to mention, Conor McGregor.
In Roadhouse.
I
watched it.
Was he good? You remember the part where
I didn't like the movie very much.
Oh yeah.
It was okay.
You remember the part where Jake Gyllenhaal's character goes into the UFC fight?
Yeah.
That was filmed at a UFC event.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. You know.
Oh, and Joe Rogan. He plays in films. He's part of the UFC.
Well, was he in that film? He obviously was because he was there.
He was in Here Comes the Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Next to Vanderlei Silva. Jason Mayhem Miller was the guy that got knocked out by Kevin James in the film.
Jason Mayhem Miller in that show. Bully Beatdown. That was really good. And now Jason Miller's in a lot of legal trouble.
Well, they all are.
Yeah. He was part of the Nick Diaz crew. Yeah. He was boys with Nick and Nate.
But UFC fighters just don't do well in films. They really don't.
No.
That's why you leave it to the martial arts actors.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think that Alex Pereira playing the character he played.
He played or is going to play?
Is going to play. I think he would play a good bad guy, especially if it's like.
Yeah, but I got to see how he does, man.
You know, like if he doesn't talk. You know what I mean? Like.
I just got to see how he does.
Who cares? You know, he's living his best life.
Apparently WWE wrestlers
Mhm.
and martial arts actors are the ones that make the movies good.
Yeah.
Really.
Now WWE wrestlers are good actors because that's what they do.
That's what they do.
They're
That's right.
actors.
They act.
But it's still real to me, damn it. I wonder whatever happened to that guy.
Which guy?
The guy that said that. Still real to me, damn it. Tell you about the steak I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna tell my special steak recipe. Live, local, and late breaking. I like to cook me a good steak. A New York strip.
Yeah.
I take the steak and I put it on a plate, right? And I turn on the oven, not the oven, sorry, the cast iron skillet. Put the skillet on there, and I let the butter in it. So I take some butter and put on there. I let it sit in there and simmer. Right. Then take the steak and I put salt. I put pepper. I've got some garlic, buttery garlic and herb seasoning. I'm gonna put on there, and I rub it in like this. This is a steak. You push it in, you rub it in, you just massage it into the steak, into the whole thing. You flip it over and you do the same thing on the other side. Right, right. Then you pick it up and you look at it and you say, and you lay it back down. Right. You take your pan and you make sure that the butter is all around in the pan. You take your steak, you lay it in there, you let it sit. And this is a thick New York strip steak. Then you take a baked potato, right? Or you take a tater and you stick it in a Walmart bag, right? You tie it up a little bit, very loosely, not too tight, and you put it in the microwave. You ever done that?
Well, we don't use that. We don't use Walmart bags.
What do you do?
It's plastic wrap. Or whatever she uses. She'll wrap it up and then it'll go in there as long as you don't use what she used before.
Aluminum foil?
No, it wasn't that. She used something. I don't know what she'd accidentally used.
Mm-hmm.
And it she pulled out, it blew up, and her skin of her thumbs were completely off.
Mm.
So I would, yeah.
Yeah. Now what happens is you put it in there for 2 minutes, the bag will blow up. Right?
It's so poor.
What do you mean?
Use a Walmart bag.
That's how you do it, man.
No, bro.
Okay, how else are you supposed to do it?
Use plastic.
What's the difference?
Not plastic, shit, whatever it is that she uses. I have to ask her.
Anyways.
Who goes to... You know what? You might as well go to people's houses and be like, hey, y'all got any extra Walmart bags? Because I bet you someone's got a drawer full of them.
I do.
That's right, you do.
I've got a drawer full of them.
Yep,
Everybody's got a drawer full of Walmart bags.
You're so poor.
What's poor about that?
No, I'm not saying that's poor. I'm just like, I'm a good man bag for Daddy right here. Daddy gonna take this Walmart bag that you carry your groceries in. You want to know how I cook it?
How you do? Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be better. Here's the thing. Look, I get me a ribeye steak. Okay.
USDA.
I put the salt and I put the pepper and then whatever other season I want to put on there, I'll put on there. Maybe some Chicago State seasoning.
Ooh, Chicago.
And then I'll rub. And then look. And then you see this. You see this right here. I'll rub that. I'll rub it in. And then I'll flip it and I'll rub that side. You know what else I do? I'll rub it on the sides too. So it's
do you rub it in or do you mush
No, I
it in?
do this. I don't do this. I do
you do this.
I rub it in there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I rub it on the sides too. So it's all on there. Mm-hmm. Then I will just let it sit over there. And then I'll take my pan.
What kind of pan?
Oh, I don't use the cast iron. I just use a regular pan.
Okay.
Use a regular pan and I put some oil in there, some olive oil. Right? Make that go all the way around and just let it sit. Turn the thing on high. And then once it starts smoking, I'll throw the steak on there. 30 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, I'll flip it, turn it down to 6. And then I'll throw a big old thing of butter in there, thyme, rosemary, and some garlic cloves.
Ooh. And
then what I'll do is I'll let that sit for just a second. If I have all the stuff. If I don't have it all, then I'll just, stick to the butter, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'll take the garlic, all the garlic cloves and the thyme and rosemary, put it on top of the steak, and then I'll just tilt that pan and just start basting it for a minute. just so all that butter can soak in there while it's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a minute, I'll take it off and just let it sit.
What do you baste it with? Like a
Just a spoon. For 4 minutes, right?
Mhm.
That's how long I cook it, 4 minutes. And then I'll flip it. And I'll do it all over again. I'll baste it one more time.
Mhm.
Just 4 minutes, like 1 minute, let it sit for 4 minutes. And then here's the best part. A lot of people do this because they're so hungry for it. After it's done, I'll take the steak, put it on a plate, dump the juices on top. And then
That's
you know what I do?
yeah,
And then I
yeah.
don't touch it for like 8 minutes.
Why?
Because if you let it sit for as long as you cook it, all the juices will stay into the steak. Because if you just cut into it, all the juices are falling out.
Oh, that's a good.
And then you know what? It's a juicy steak that you're eating right there.
No,
You should try it.
that's actually a good idea.
And you know who I learned it from?
Huh.
Gordon Ramsay.
Really?
Gordon Ramsay. Matthew McConaughey and Gordon Ramsay were cooking some steaks, and I was listening to this. I was like, I'm gonna try it. It's really super good. I cook my steak medium, by the way. I like medium rare. Like I've eaten medium rare, but I like medium.
I like a good rare steak.
Yeah, I don't.
I want it to be moving.
I feel like I could eat rare. I just don't.
Good. It's better for you.
But it's better for me regardless.
You eat a steak, you cook out the protein.
You might as well just eat it blue.
I will.
Do it.
I'll eat one raw.
I want to see you eat it right now.
I'll eat a raw one.
Go ahead.
Go get the steak.
You ain't gonna do it.
Could you imagine me eating a raw steak?
You eat raw eggs.
I do eat. Have you ever eaten a raw egg?
I have.
You have?
I don't like it.
How many of you ate it once?
None. I just ate one egg.
I could eat 6 raw eggs in one gulp.
Rocky over here.
Yeah. It's easy once you do it a couple times.
There is a chance of getting salmonella, but
it's very slim. There has to be like a salmonella outbreak or something.
I guess.
It's not even.
Why don't you just get? You know what you should do one day? Whenever you get like a house, get some chickens.
Kill the chickens and just.
Get eggs from them.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, breakfast every day.
Because how are you gonna get salmonella? Like, how are they? I mean, you're taking care of them.
Could you imagine you've never seen?
Well, actually, never mind. I shouldn't have suggested that, folks.
Could you?
This dude's got plastic Walmart bags using as his fucking potatoes. Imagine what he's gonna do to his chickens. Here's a Walmart bag.
And I'm talking about them long-legged Rhode Island Red. Oh. You ever seen that movie?
What is it called? You ever seen that movie? And he doesn't know what
Captain
it's called.
Spaulding was in it. What's that movie?
Wow.
Free from Hell or something. The House of a Thousand Corpses.
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
I've seen it once.
But anyways, yeah, could you imagine being the guy who, like, whenever chickens were invented or something, and imagine being a guy that didn't know nothing about chickens, and your buddy's like, "Hey man, you got chicken? What's chicken? Oh, dude, they're delicious. They're like birds, and like they taste amazing. You can fry them, you can cook them, all that stuff."
I got pulses for a second. See this video? It's our video, right?
Mm-hmm. We got copyright struck.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to announce this on the After Dark, but our Drisky's Duplessis and Cosmot highlights, even though we mentioned in the video that this is not our video, this is not our music, this is not our stuff, it has been copyright striked.
You know who's after us, right?
Can't even react to highlights. Incredible. Well, it looks like we're going to have to delete that. Which I'm sure you'll do it if it's on there, right?
I will protest it.
Oh, are you gonna message them?
Yeah. Dear
he'll handle
YouTube,
that.
Put my video back up, or I will put my foot in your ass and then break it. And while you're screaming, I will choke you, just as you see the choking in said video. Please, thank you. give me $1 million bajillion cent.
Mm-hmm.
So I got it. But anyways, could you imagine being the guy that didn't know chickens existed, and your buddy tells you about how cool chickens are, and he's like, "Hey, I got this bird, and they're really delicious. And they reproduce with each other, and you can have different ones." He's like, "Yeah, but won't it fly away?" Here's the cool part, dude.
They can't fly.
Can't fly. No freaking way.
Like penguins.
Yeah, the penguins. It's like, oh, so the birds you can eat, yeah, but you don't gotta eat them because they shit out eggs every morning. No way. Yeah, you eat the eggs, and it's like all the nutrients you need. God, dude, you gotta give chicken. Could you imagine being that guy? They not. He runs home. Hey, we need a chicken.
You know, they I don't know where it is, but you know, there's these birds called puffins that people eat.
What's a puffin?
I will show you a puffin.
Puffin the magic dragon.
It's actually a cute bird, believe it or not. Look at that.
Oh yeah, it's like the bird on that one Christmas movie.
And Gordon Ramsay, they went to a place to catch a puffin. Right, you got to use a long net, and you're sitting on the side of a mountain to catch it, and you can eat them. And I don't know why I guess that's just what they eat there. But it's not much. But
You can't just shoot them.
I don't know. I forgot where it is.
Is it Australia? I bet it's Australia.
No. I'll look it up. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I would check out that video later.
California, huh?
Just type in Gordon Ramsay puffin.
Hmm.
Let's see how. It says learns how to hunt. Oh, Iceland.
Iceland. Wow. I don't see why you just wouldn't shoot the darn thing.
I don't remember the video too much, so I don't know why.
Doves.
Well, yeah, but I think the reason why is because this is a mountain, and then there's rocks and water down here. So if you shoot him, it's just gonna fall in the rocks or fall in the water.
Reach down and get it.
Mountain, water.
Are you in the water?
No, mountain. You're on a mountain.
You're on the mountain.
Do I have to show you
the
vid?
Yes. Because my thought is, if you shoot it, you can just catch the darn thing.
They catch it with a long net. It's like a long process.
Are they that good? Let's see.
Well, hold on. We might have to watch this after. We're 47 minutes in.
Oh yeah. What else is there to go over?
I think that's about it. Yeah.
The Earth is flat.
We're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, again, watch our first video, the TEEP Talk picks for this Saturday, UFC 319. We made a reaction video, 2 of them. One has been copyright striked. He will probably handle that. Mm-hmm. And see if, whether we just upload it or try to get it uploaded since we're copyright striked, or just not upload at all. But it was supposed to be highlights of the Drusky Duplessis and Kazmat Chimaev. We made a reaction video. Did we make another reaction video? Or was that the... No,
that was it.
Yeah, that was it. So that reaction video has been copyrighted, unfortunately, so we don't know what's going to happen with that. Thank you so much for watching and listening to us, and thank you for listening and watching if you're still here for 48 minutes, so almost an hour. Anything to say?
Tune in next week where we will be going over why the Looney Tunes run the FBI.
Hey. Okay. That is all, folks.
Piss off, Lou.
Yeah.